Hello and welcome to a summary of some of the stuff that's going on at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo for Star Citizen. So new ships, some of the new videos that you might not have seen, finishing off my tour of the Drake Hall that was cut short yesterday, stuff like that. So we had day one of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo with Drake unveiling their Drake Cutter starter ship and the Corsair. They are both flyable right now. The Corsair is available for between $225 to $250, up from $215 when it was last on sale. Pretty good price as far as Star Citizen ships go for this pretty awesome exploration ship, but also great for just general gameplay and multi-crew and multi-mission running sort of ship. The Drake Cutter is also available from $40, but there's also a great deal to get a starter pack with the Cutter for $45 total until the 8th of December. That's an absolutely fantastic deal for a starter ship. The awesome Jax McCleary is not dead as well. We saw him in Pyro in a special video for the IAE. He's been taking some time off and chilling with some outlaws, I think. But he's currently on his way back to the Stanton system in a Drake Cutter. I expect some more awesome sort of skits throughout the IAE with him and the Galactic Gear sort of crew. Also, Jax McCleary has an official Twitter, it seems, which Cloud Imperium have confirmed that it is real, where he is posting up some interesting little tweets and mini videos.
Obviously, I'm not dead. Just thought you should know.
Looks like we're going back to Stanton.
Here we go! Okay. Throttle's over here. Interesting. That does make a little bit more sense. Okay. Here we go.
There was a beautiful Drake Corsair ASMR video, but it was really, for me, a load of beauty shots there. The ship looks fantastic, and the various scenics that they had the ship in, again, look pretty awesome. There was a Star Citizen live super ship talk from Cloud Imperium. I'll go over a couple of the highlights here. The pipeline's really refined now. When they try to build ships out, they sort of balance coolness and uniqueness and realism all to sort of together. They want to have a good interior flow for the ships. So there's a huge amount of ships now in game, and a huge amount they're building out. That are sort of covering a variety of job roles and tasks, but they're going to be adding more ships, more vehicles in to fill more of those gameplay holes, and they just want to make sure that new ships and vehicles make sense when added to the game. There is a lot of talk about tech and milestones and achievements that they've made. The Bounty Merchantman has had a load of work done to it. Now they've completed the Cutter. The team there's working on the Spirit series of ships. The Corsair team are now that they've completed that, are working on Squadron 42 ships. They're also getting some work done to the SRV. That's 2/3 of its final arc completed already. The Lynx isn't going to look anything like the Ursa rover, or at least they haven't reused much at all of the Ursa rover when building the Lynx. The Hull C will be coming soon, but there were some issues with the cargo effector, or they wanted to get the cargo effector out first to then finish off the Hull C, and they're also working on clearing up any technical debt they can. Now, some more stuff about the IAE. Remember that all the ships that you rent, you get for 48 hours. I think I said 24 in my last video, but you get them for 48 hours when you rent them. You can only rent each ship once, and although there is a new ship manufacturer every 24 hours, changing at 4 p.m. UTC each day, they stay around each of those manufacturers for 48 hours. We've got Origin today, or later today, depends on what time you're watching this video. That's followed up by Aegis tomorrow, and that's where you might pick up a massive capital ship if you're quick enough. The Kraken's Privateers for the Drake Dale that were sold in waves, sold out within 2 to 3 minutes each. So, unfortunately, they're entirely sold out. Also, remember that you can only buy one each of a limited ship during the sale. So if you do try and grab an Idris or a Javelin later, don't try and put loads in your basket. A couple of other things, if you're concierge, is that you'll have access to purchase sort of larger, expensive ship packages. Sometimes also you'll be able to buy Chairman's Club or concierge skins for certain ships. There are also, for everyone, daily Warborn CCU upgrade deals. So this might allow you to get a ship cheaper or upgrade your ship effectively cheaper to another ship, or get more insurance on it. So all ships sold during the IAE have 120 months insurance, but if you're CCUing, you might not necessarily get that, but with a Warborn CCU, you typically will. There is, or was, a CCU for getting a Caterpillar, $25 discounted at the moment, so bear that in mind, but each day there is a new sort of daily deal. However, from the sounds of it, on the 27th to the 30th, all these deals might return, and we might be getting some new Warbond CCU deals as well. So if you do miss out, then check back between the 27th and 30th. Actually, let me read you the Q&A bit from the FAQ here, because it was a bit vague and you can make your own conclusion. The question was, will there be Warbond CCUs available for the IAE? They answered yes. Check back each day throughout the expo to see what's available. Each Warbond CCU daily deal will run for 24 hours only. However, this year's finale, the 27th of November at 4 p.m. UTC to the 30th of November, 8 p.m. UTC, will include a refresh with new Warbond CCUs that will feature only at this time for select manufacturers, replacing the prior daily deal ones. So make of that what you will. Some cool stuff happening from the 27th onwards with some CCU deals. Just visiting the IAE Expo Hall rewards you with some Spectrum badges as well. Each day you go there, you'll get a manufacturer's badge, and if you get all the manufacturer badges, you'll get a extra badge to get a full set. So go back every day to get the full set. As our first day at the IAE was cut short when the servers went down, I wanted to complete my little tour of the Drake Expo Hall. So we're going to be going up to here, where the cutters and stuff are, and then we're going into the Hollow Suite to sort of finish everything off. I don't know why there are 3 Corsairs here. Did they want to put them in different colours? Is that what they were going to do? They were going to have the different paints on them, and they just forgot? Or they just went, you know what? People like one ship, they're going to like it if you put 3 of them there. Madness. Right, so what do we actually have in the rest of the Drake halls? Well, a load of cutters. Again, there's 3 cutters here, and they're all the same. I feel like they wanted to put them in the different skins, but there's a bug, or they didn't in time. I mean, or maybe it's just because so many people are going to be exploring them. Maybe it's that. They went, actually, there are going to be a load of people, potentially, when there's 50 people, 100 people on the server. There could be 30 people exploring these ships simultaneously. Maybe that's what they thought. So we've got the Drake Buccaneer over here, which is a very high DPS sort of medium fighter. If you're into that sort of thing, then and you want a cheap, sort of solid, high damage fighter, then the Buccaneer, I think, might be a great choice for you. It's certainly a cool ship to attack and fight against, sort of high threat, but it's not got the most health. When the game's released, it's going to suffer from attrition because of like the way the physical components will work. We got the Herald as well. So the Herald is that sort of straight line, very fast ship, but it's also a data runner, getting that data to wherever it needs to get to as quickly as possible. So obviously a lot smaller than the Mercury Star Runner, and we still don't have the data gameplay yet. So data as cargo, but I would expect it to be not too far away, data as cargo. For some reason, I don't see many Heralds in the game, but I suppose it's because, yeah, we don't have that gameplay for them, and there's no real other use for them, and they're not the best combat ship. Great drag racer. Then you've got the Drake Cutter. Obviously, I've been talking about that a load over the last couple of days. I think it's a really solid starter ship, but at its cost and its price, you might as well move over to the Avenger Titan, I'm thinking. Although when it's competing directly with the sort of Mustang Alpha and Aurora MR, then I think it's sort of, if you don't want to go down the combat route at all, or only incredibly light combat, then it might be a ship for you if you value interior space and the ability to sort of move around. And maybe the ability to actually put a vehicle in the back. That's one of the other big things, I suppose. You can put a vehicle in here. A very small vehicle. Vehicle was not intended, but you can get a bike in there. You can get a little buggy. Apparently you can get an STV in here. I have not tried. Huh. Doors and setup of the vehicle are pretty cool. And then you've got the Vulture. So obviously the Vulture is not flyable today. You can't rent it, but it will be available in 3.18. You can get up the Vulture via this ladder as well, or not. Yes, I can. Can I use that? Yeah. So the ship is explorable at the moment, which is awesome. I'm glad they actually put it in the Drake Hall, and I'm really looking forward to actually having the gameplay there for salvage. Do I have to get in the... What? Yes, I can crouch past. So the setup's getting there as well. Yeah, so the ship is like really pretty much ready to go other than salvage and waiting on 3.18. So Vulture intended to be a one-person ship, really. So you've got your living area, you've got your cockpit, and with sort of side access. And then you've got your living area, toilet, bed, kitchenette, component access. Let's go off into here. You've got your storage for your suit and gear and weapons. And let's go down. Do we just go down the ladder? And we're going to go down into the more salvagey area. So this is the sort of machine that creates the salvage boxes, the RMC, recycled materials composite, I believe, boxes, which you'll then dispense and put it in your cargo hold, is the idea. Or I think you can dispense it directly into your multi-tool if you've got the salvage attachment, so you can do repair. But a very cool ship, very small, very compact, but it does what it says on the tin. It is an entry-level salvager. Yeah, really looking forward to the Vulture being in game. And I'm glad that we can explore it now in the IAE. So check that out if you're interested. It'll be there for another just over 24 hours. Let's go have a look at the holosuite. I think it's just a couple of vehicles and, well, only the Kraken in the actual holosuite. So what do we have downstairs? Well, we got a selection of dragonflies. Again, it's just a load of... it's just 3 dragonflies. I feel like they could have put the Yellow Jacket and the Star Citizen variant there. I say variant, just the different skins. That might have been a good idea. But dragonflies, they're really cool. They can carry a little bit of cargo. You can have a person on the back, is the idea. And they've got a little bit of pew-pew. Hover bike, cool. You've got the mules here as well. So mules, very much a sort of forklift of a vehicle. Beast of burden. You can carry small cargo containers. You can carry some 1SCU ones with the sort of at the front and the back, or at least you will be able to. And going to be very useful for loading, unloading, and sort of general cargo gameplay in the future. With the ground vehicles and stuff, I always just buy them in game because they're so cheap. So obviously some of them you can't get immediately, or anything that's newly added to the game is sort of exclusive to people that purchased it for the first 3 months at least. Sometimes 2 quarters, so bear that in mind. And in the holosuite, just one ship today, the mighty Kraken. And they've just gone, you know what? Let's just make the holosuite massive. This huge. I'm not sure if the model's changed much since we last saw it. Oh, can we... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the Kraken, really looking forward to it. It is a sort of floating space station, a load of landing pads for ships so that they can rearm, refuel, repair is the idea, land there. There's a dragonfly bay as well, so you can have a load of dragonflies that you can sort of repair internally, but also launch them. And if you're into that sort of thing, if you want a base away from home, floating in space, then cool, the Kraken's for you. There's also the privateer version, which is sort of like more of a mobile space station that's sort of like a shopping centre. So it gets rid of some of its cargo space and some of its and that sort of Drake Bay for shops. So if you want a little bit of a Banno merchantman vibe to your Kraken, then the privateer's for you. I really like the ship. They all sold out within seconds or minutes, and when they went on sale on their waves, so it is relatively hard to pick one up. However, get it in game once it's actually released, because very much it's still not built out yet. I would expect them to probably try and get the Kraken out next year if possible, but that's just my gut feeling, because I think they all want it for like pyro and general gameplay, because spawning these and then having pirates come out of them is probably a great sort of thing that you can do for missions and general gameplay, and for like discovering points of interest to go, oh, I've discovered a Kraken pirate base. I just think it's a really simple way of getting a lot of content in the game and a lot of threat and combat. But boom! That's it for today's video. Please tell me what you think. Have you been enjoying the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo so far? Have you not had the chance to actually visit? Are you looking forward to a particular day, like maybe Origin Day today or Aegis Day tomorrow? I think a lot of people are looking forward to Aegis Day just because it's the chance to pick up a giant capital ship like a Javelin or an Idris, and there's typically some pretty cool stuff to see in the Expo Hall. Yeah, have you picked up anything? Have you got Drake Cutter? Have you got a Corsair? Have you picked up a different Drake ship? Are you waiting for a particular day? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Hello, I'm Winston Churchill, and I use NordVPN to defend the Internet Empire. We will fight the ants on the beaches. We shall fight on the Internet. We shall fight the trackers and the malware. Whether we want to watch Netflix for another country or have greater accessibility to the Internet, we will defend our island home. At any rate, that is what we're programmed to do.
Thanks, Winston Churchill. What? What do you mean, Sin? That wasn't Winston Churchill? Point still stands. Go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get yourself discounted NordVPN, or use the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, we're giving away a Crusader Spirit C1. It's a fantastic looking multi-role ship that can fit a vehicle in the back or a load of cargo, and it looks really cool. It's got loads of forward-facing weaponry and a tractor beam. As it's a concept ship, though, the winner will have a Cutlass back in the meantime as a loaner. It comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance too, so bam! Even if you don't have Star Citizen stuff yet, you can get straight into the game with this. It's all you need. Just comment on any of my videos this month to be in for a chance of winning. A massive thank you to everyone that has used the join button under my videos to become a channel member, and my Patreons. You guys are awesome. It really does help the channel. Please consider becoming one of those lovely people too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.